Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be trying out the new Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Matte Translucent Powder. Very excited about this because I love a setting powder for my face. I just feel like it really pulls like your makeup look together, makes you look really flawless and keeps your makeup in place all day. So I'm hoping this powder is going to be really good and do amazing things for my face. Before I get started with the video, if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button down below. Click the bell next to that so that you get notified every time I upload a new video, and if you like and enjoy this video, give it the thumbs up. Okay, so the brand sent over their new powder. I have two shades and there are 4 shades in the range. There's like light, medium, deep and very deep, and the two they sent over to me which I'll be testing are light and medium. So this is the packaging for it right here. It says matte black packaging which says milk on the front, and the actual product looks like that. So it says matte black tub which says milk on the front there, and then on the back it says Pore Eclipse translucent powder, and it tells you the shade as well on the back. And then that's what it looks like inside. So we have this little twisty cap where it locks the powder so that nothing really pours out. The info says that this is a weightless, talc-free, translucent setting powder that controls shine, blurs pores and fine lines, and sets makeup for a smooth matte finish. I'm hoping it does all of that. Like, I love a setting powder that really blurs your under eye area and blurs this area just right here, because that's where I tend to have more pores and more texture right here on my face. This one is the shade Translucent Light, and then this one here is Translucent Medium, which I don't know if I'll need to use today, but this one has more of a tint to it for my complexion, really well, for when I set my under eyes, it'll have more of a tint to it. Obviously if you're a little bit deeper skinned, or if you want to use this to set like your entire face makeup, then this will be really good. It would be good for me just now actually to set my face makeup. I really want to test this powder out for my under eye today. Around about 5 months ago, Milk sent to me a bunch of their new makeup, and I was so impressed with like a bunch of the stuff they sent to me. Like the Future Fluid Concealer is really nice. I really loved the contour stick. Like, that thing is amazing. I use that all the time. And also the Bionic Bronzer, I really like that as well. It's nice and warm on the cheeks. So I have the contour stick and I have the Bionic Bronzer on my cheeks today. So that's what I have on here. I don't have the concealer on yet because that's what I'm going to do now before I apply the setting powder, because I want to see how it wears with, you know, the concealer from Milk. I have a couple of different shades here, but the one that I normally use is 5W. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this on my under eye, because I want to conceal like the kind of slight discoloration and darkness under my eyes here. I don't have any other like setting powder on my face or anything. I don't have any powder products on my face right now. Everything is liquid based. The brush I'm using is a Morphe M536 brush. This concealer really brightens my under eye, and as you can see, it blends lovely. It's also like a really nice kind of thin concealer. It's not super thick, which is great. So and it has really good coverage as well to it. Like, I've been really enjoying this concealer a lot. Now that I've applied the concealer, I'm going to test the powder, and as I said, I'm going to take this shade Translucent Light today. I'm just going to shake a little bit into the cap. No, not supposed to do that. That's the whole reason why it has this twisty cap on it. You don't shake it, a lot comes out. But yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to also put the lid on it afterwards. I'm going to test with a brush, and then I'm going to use a puff on the other side. I've been like loving applying setting powder with a puff. I just feel like it goes a lot more smoother on the face and it just looks more flawless. So I'm going to test with a brush and a puff today. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the brush. I'm going to use the Morphe E48 brush. I'm just going to pick a bit up and swirl it in the cap, tap off the excess, and then just start to set my under eye. I love that it is matte. As you can see, it really has that matte finish to it. It looks nice and smoothing as well from like far away. You can see that it looks really smooth there. Not too sure if it's very blurring, but I do like the finish of that. I actually realise nice compared to this side. As you can see the difference there, this just looks a little bit more perfected, more flawless, which is really nice. So far so good, that looks really nice. Now I'm just going to take my powder puff, which has been my favourite way to apply translucent powder lately. So I'm just going to swirl that in the cap like so, and then I'm just going to press this. Wow. Okay, this puff really applies a lot of the powder. You can really bake with this powder then, as you can see, like, yeah, good powder for baking. As you can see, this side just looks even more perfected and more flawless, like with using this puff. Like, I love the finish with the puff. Yeah, it also looks a little bit lifted because obviously, I don't know, it just looks more perfected here, like right under the eye. So like right here, it's just more perfected on this side, so it kind of like lifts this side a bit more, if that makes sense. Yeah, this side definitely looks a lot more smoother. Using a puff, you get that super flawless finish actually. So I would definitely recommend using a puff with this. Like, yeah, I absolutely love the finish of that side there. This side is nice as well. It's kind of I would say more natural looking, like, whereas this side just looks more flawless, but like in a not so natural way. But yeah, it still looks natural, but like, you guys know what I mean. Like, this side's a bit more like realistic, this side's just a bit too perfect, but amazing. Like, obviously that's what you want, but yeah, I really love the finish with the puff. And then with the puff again, I'm just going to set the centre of my forehead here. I don't actually have concealer on this part of my forehead, but I want to set it because obviously I haven't set my foundation or anything, or even like that cream bronzer. I haven't set any of that yet, so I'll just use this little puff just to set little areas where I feel like it looks a little bit shiny. So you guys can let me know what side you think looks the best. To me, I feel like this side looks the best. Well, that's how it's coming across in the mirror and how I can see myself in like the viewfinder and that. This side looks a little bit more perfected, more flawless, more blurred, which is what the powder claims to do. So I feel like it blurs more with the powder puff. This side just has more of that natural finish to it. This side looks more perfected. As you can see, it also looks a little bit lifted as well, just because, you know, it looks more blurred, more smooth, and just, yeah, this side of the face just seems to go up more than this side. It feels really nice and lightweight on the face, and when I'm like touching my face here, it feels really nice and smooth, doesn't feel heavy, doesn't look or feel cakey either. So it has blurred mostly on this side, a little bit of blurring aspect on this side, but like the under eye looks really nice and smooth. There's no like cracking or any there's no fine lines that are being emphasized, if you know what I mean. Like, everything looks really nice and smooth, so I'm happy about that. Let me just zoom you in a little bit more for this. As you can see here. Now actually what I want to do is use the medium shade to maybe sharpen up like my contour there. Yeah, I just want to try this on my face as well. I'm just going to tap a little bit of this into the cap like so, not make an absolute mess like I did with the light one. And then with this I'm just going to use my puff again, so I'm just going to swirl that in there. Okay, so it's quite close to my foundation shade, so I won't like bake with it completely to sharpen up my contour. However, it's given a nice smooth finish to my cheeks there actually, which is good. I really need to like load up the puff to like really bake with this. However, I really like obviously what it's just doing for my face there. It's like just give me a nice smoothness. It's slightly cleaned up my contour there, which is nice. It's very close to my foundation shade, which is really good actually for when I want to just set my entire base. This will be a really good powder for that. I like how smoothing it feels. Like, it feels really smooth. It looks really nice actually on the face. It doesn't look cakey. I like how it just mattifies everything. so far so good. I'm actually really enjoying this powder. I applied a little bit of highlight down the centre of my face there in case you're wondering where the shine came from. So far I'm really liking it. I feel like this is going to be a powder that I'll use a lot, and I'm happy about that because I do love a setting powder. I like to get my face as smooth as possible. I'll link the powder below for you in the description box. I also link a couple other Milk products down there which I've been really loving, like the Bionic Bronzer, the Contour Stick. Like, you really need to try this if you haven't. This is amazing. And also the concealer I will link as well for you. That is it for this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye!